Evening guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm heading down to a familiar spot if you've watched a lot of my videos at Blythe Beach, where I'm going to be taking part in a 10k race. There's a lot of 10k races that normally happen around Blythe. It's the Port of Blythe 10k. Apologise about the wind by the way, but there's not really a lot I can do about it. Turns out there is something I can do about it, so I'm re-recording this audio after the race as it got really bad, so I'm going to save you guys from the wind. Anyway, as I was saying, there's the Port of Blythe 10k and the Links 10k. The Links 10k usually starts in the exact same place as this race, which is right next to where the Blythe Links Park Run starts. This race tonight is invite only because it's part of the North Shields Poly Grand Prix series, which is a winter race series that consists of 8 handicap races, starting with a 10k tonight, ran by Blythe Running Club, and then 6 5 to 5.5k races, depending on the roadworks that are going on. And the last race of the series is known as the Fairbend Cup, which is around 8k. It's on the exact same route as the 5k, but it's obviously a little bit longer. So the series is all handicap races. Everyone that participates enters their best 5 and 10k race times from the year, and then you're given a start time based off of that. So let's say I run a 30-minute 5k and you did a 20-minute 5k. I would start 10 minutes before you, and everyone should finish at roughly the same time. If you have a really good run, then in the next race your handicap should be reduced to bring you more in line with other runners, and this continues for the entire season with your handicap wavering depending on your performance in each race. I believe the race series itself was created in around the 70s because obviously in the winter there's just hardly any road races, so it was used to keep everyone's fitness up in the winter. Tonight's race is actually a hidden handicap. Everyone goes off in a mass start, as you've seen from the footage there, and then the handicaps are added to our results to see who places where. Then we'll be given our handicaps for every subsequent race after this, and we'll know exactly where we start. I entered my 5k time this year for 27 minutes, which is what I've been doing a park run for most of the year, but I know I can run faster than that. I just get really bad headaches for a couple of days afterwards if I try and run faster, so it just isn't worth ruining my weekend or my family's weekend by trying to blast out a fast park run. Yeah, it just isn't worth it for us. This year the series has got 36 teams, which is around 300 people. However, tonight there were 350 people in the race, as some people were just doing the 10k. As I said, the series is held by North Shields Poly, but we've got runners from other northeast clubs such as Claremont, Jesmond, Blythe, and a few other clubs and people that I don't know because they don't run with me. It was quite warm tonight, and it felt quite windy as I was walking to the run, as you could hear from the footage earlier on. But I'd hydrated really well. My goal was to run a 5:30 kilometre, which is close to my 27-minute 5k pace. As far as the race series itself goes, there are 8 people in the team. Your highest 4 finishers count as your team. So if your team finishes 1, 2, 3 and 4, or your first runners finish 1, 2, 3 and 4, your team will get 10 points. And the teams and individual men and women with the lowest points will win the prizes at the end of the race series. Last year I didn't actually do any of the races because the first race I was on holiday for, and then the races after that was when I had my seizure and I ended up in brain surgery. So I let my team down massively because instantly they were already down a runner, and as I said earlier, each race, your handicap will be determined off of how well you do. So if you have a couple of runners who do poorly in one race, the next race their handicap will be better, so they would essentially do better for you in the next race. But if you don't have 8 people turning up every single week, then it just makes it harder for everyone else doing it. There was an opportunity last year to actually transfer people, which they've never done before. And I told my captain to get me out because I knew when I'd seen that, I knew obviously I wasn't going to be doing any more of the races that year. But I've been in the team for 2 or 3 years now. I've been in the team since the start, and the captain essentially refused to trade me out. So I'm back in the team again this year, and I'm not running too well, so hopefully I can do all right. But yeah, enjoy the footage, guys. Thanks very much. Hey guys. So I didn't know whether to do this after my shower and my food this afternoon or just do it now. Because it's quite windy, but obviously I'm back on the path where it's a bit covered with hedges, so there shouldn't be that much wind. You'll probably still be able to get the car, so I apologise. But I wanted to do this while the run was fresh in my mind. It was 10k and I did it in about 56 minutes. I wanted to do it in 55. So not too disappointed with the time, but I am disappointed with how hard that felt to run that time. Considering I used to be able to run like 42 minutes for 10k, 56, that felt so much harder than I thought it would. So a little disappointed, but ultimately that's still the fastest 10k I've ran. But it's the only 10k I've run since my surgery and my diagnosis, so I can't be too upset with it. And you know, it's just a starting point, isn't it, really? For some reason at about 5.5k my right hamstring started to pull a little bit. I felt like I was tearing my arse cheek off, and that's on the same leg as the issue I had with my calf in my knee in my last long run. So I really need to get that sorted this week, get the massage gun on it and get some foam rolling done it and some ice. Just look after it, because obviously I've got the Great Off run in, what is that, 12 days or something. So, you know, under 2 weeks now, so I really need to get that looked at if I want to try and get 2 hours, because that was really pulling. Obviously I was running a little bit faster than I planned to with the Great Off, but the Great Off's twice the distance. So bit of a pain, literally. But it was all right, it wasn't too bad. The wind actually ended up being like a side wind pretty much the whole way, so it wasn't really a factor. Yeah, so, you know, we got it done. It's the fastest I've ran since surgery, so can't be too disappointed, but it did bloody hurt, especially my hamstring. My wife actually said before I come out if I want to take a bottle of water. Now in the past I would never take water for a 10k really. I would be able to just get through it just on my own fitness and that, I think, but I definitely probably could have done with a drink there at the end. I was a bit sticky in the mouth there, still am in fact. So yeah, should have listened to the missus again, but we'll see. And obviously thanks for watching. As always, if you need comments, if you've got any comments or questions about, you know, my issue, or you've got the issue yourself and you need some support, throw something in the comments and I'll get back to you. So, you know, throw some comments in for me for some support. I definitely need it as well some days, and it's always great to hear from people. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. See you on the next one. Cheers guys.